Greetings, this is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central today with another installment of Doc Ock at noon and 9. Hope you all are out there feeling real fine. We're feeling about as fine as wine in the summertime. So let's get this party started. You know what we want? We want everybody out there to go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel. So we start right there and we keep going up. Let's go ahead and go straight to our words of wisdom for today. Straight from the island of Jamaica. You shake my hand, but you no shake him hard. You shake my hand, but you no shake him hard. So that last word is, we say it heart, but in Jamaica we say hard, hard. Okay, give it a little more flavor, spice it up some. So at any rate, yeah, you can shake a man's hand, but you can't shake his heart. So just because you shook somebody's hand doesn't really tell you where they're really coming from. You know what they say? Smiling faces tell lies. They don't tell the truth. So you always have to be aware that just because somebody's smiling and shaking your hand, glad handing you, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're with you. They may be with you, but they may not be with you, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, let's go ahead on to some of Althea Romeo's poetry. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we go here. Let's see about this one. All right, here we go. All right. And this is really, she has just a wealth of poems in here. So I'm really enjoying reading through her poetry. First time I've ever done this, and I'm doing it right now with you live here on the Tubular Black Facts channel. Sam, this poem is called Sam. Hey Sam, why are you always jamming at the parlor or standing at the Crazy Cow corner with some idle brother? Say Sam, you're always trying to get high with some other guy or gazing in a daze in a world that's floating in the sky. Hey Sam, why are you sleeping while your sisters are hustling to make a living? Sam, what are you doing watching television in the morning? If you've got a secret remedy for living, I would like to be in on this new happening. Or maybe you are lonely and don't know who your friends should be. Maybe you're lonely and don't even know who your friends should be. And that's a poem called Sam, vintage 1974, from the book Shushu Moko Jumbi by Althea Romeo. All right, and we'll be out interviewing Althea a little bit later this week. So you can look forward to hearing directly from her in the near future. But in the meantime, we're going to take you back. Matter of fact, we're going to take you so far back, we're going to take you all the way back to black. That's right, we're going to take you back to the black right here in Northeast Ohio from the book Fences Between by Norma Marceray. That's right. So let's take you back to the black today. And in just a minute, we will be ready to go. We're just going to do a little transition over here. Whoops, wrong transition. My bad. Here we go. There 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 we go. Do do da 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 da. Do do da 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 da. Don't remember the name of that song. Is that Moon Glow? Something like that. But here we go. Even if we don't have no moon glow, we still gonna go. And we left off yesterday with Norma trying to get up on some better employment and finding out her sister was making $60 a month doing a job at the working on a summer job as a playground coordinator, she down at the rec center. So Norma is kind of upset about this because she wanted that job, but she's not going to get it. This revelation hurt me even worse than the denial of a teaching job by the superintendent of schools, Mr. Mason. I would not have taken the playground supervisor's job the summer before and postponed my graduation, but it would have been encouraging to know I had been considered a qualified applicant. It would have pleased me to know my sister was hired, maybe partly due to my application and interview. I did not even know. No one had said a word to me. With Ethel earning $60 a month and Eugene and Carl caddying on the golf course, living must have been easy last summer. Last summer, when I had written home explaining the difficulties I was having meeting graduation experience expenses, not one red cent was mailed to me. Not a member of my family attended my graduation. It smacked of dishonesty to have kept me in the dark about Ethel's lucrative and prestigious 3-month summer job. Here I was trying to get up enough courage to explain to Mom how much I liked this job with Attorney Hunter and that I might not be able to give her more than $10 a month for my room rent. After allowing myself several days to simmer down, I explained to Mom I needed some clothes and could only give her $2.50 weekly. Mom protested without a moment's hesitation, saying, I think you should forget trying to look cute in a lawyer's office and get back to a job that can pay you 3 times what you are earning there. There's a depression, you know. Mom and many wealthy homes have reduced their help salaries to almost nothing. They are also working everybody twice as hard, I explained. Yes, and if you only pay me what you suggest, you will be taking food out of the mouths of your younger brothers and sisters. Have you thought about that? Man, Mom's cold cocking her. Mom asked accusingly. I did not answer. I was thinking maybe I was too hasty in dismissing the idea of studying at Temple University in Philadelphia. Maybe what I learned about the playground job should have put Philadelphia in closer focus. Mom used to speak of her children as birds who should leave the nest upon high school graduation. Maybe I had no business remaining at home. Maybe when I had gone to Kent, I should never have returned after finishing my studies. Maybe I just wasn't Mom's baby anymore. Maybe. As a teacher, I could not marry. All the teachers I knew lived at home with their parents or a close relative. No single woman lived in an apartment away from home. Such an arrangement would have invited speculations as to a woman's morality and respectability. So my remaining at home was the only choice I had. It was important to protect my reputation as long as I planned to teach. Did you hear what I said? Mom shouted at me. Get yourself a decent paying job and think of someone beside yourself. You are even more selfish now than you were as a child. What responsibilities do I have for your kids? I shouted. They're not mine. No law in this land can make me support anyone but myself. Do you think that $2.50 is supporting yourself? Mom countered. Have you forgotten I have given you half of every cent I've ever earned up till now? I challenged. Have you forgotten that when I was giving you $25 to $40 a month and not eating a meal and not sleeping at home, I was doing more than my share in supporting this family? I hardly have a decent dress to my name, and you call me selfish. Now don't get sassy and don't talk back to me, Mom shouted. I'm not sassy. I only want to know that I only want you to know that I'm not no child. I would like to be treated as a 20-year-old, I retorted. Well, you are a child as long as you remain in this house, and you will always have responsibilities, Mom announced. Maybe this is the time, I fired back. I should let you know that I learned how you and Ethel stole that recreation job from me. You should talk to me about responsibilities and loyalties. All you see in me, yes, and maybe the boys and Ethel as well, are dollar signs. Mom reached over and slapped me in the face. She lunged at me again, all 220 pounds against my 105-pound body. I raised my arms to ward off the next blow. Mom called Eugene. Hold her, she screamed, so I can give your sister the beating she deserves. When Eugene grabbed my arms, it was as if he was getting even for all the childhood fights when I had been the winner and he the loser. I fought away from him. Mom turned to Eugene. Get the gun and hold it on her. If she attempts to strike me or defend herself, pull the trigger. Golly. Woo-wee. I see why they turned this into a play. All of the rage Mom had allowed to build up in her 40 years of life was spent on me. Mom had seldom spanked us as kids. She and Pop never came to blows with all their quarreling, but a mad woman was unleashed that night. It was as if she was driven to destroy that which she had created, like the artist who slashes his canvas to pieces, or the writer who crumples his manuscripts and tosses it into the wastebasket. This incensed creature lunged at me wildly in the little 4-by-4-foot hallway leading to the kitchen, bathroom, dining room, and stairs to the second floor. Mom punched me this way and that, shouting angrily, so you think you're old enough to give me your sass, do you? I'll show you. After all I have sacrificed and slaved for you, is this the thanks I get? You telling me what you will and will not do? I'll kill you first, you ingrate. I prayed that my teeth would not be knocked out. Dr. DeWeese, the medical director at Kent, had alerted me to the fact that I had a perfect set of teeth. They were so beautiful, I could not lift my arms to protect my face. Eugene was standing just a few feet away, holding the gun Pop had purchased in 1918 to protect us from frightening, abusive neighbors. Someone, it might have been 10-year-old Ruth or 14-year-old Carl, began screaming, "Leave her alone, Mom! Mom, please leave her alone. Come over here and sit down. Please leave Norm alone." After a while, I fell face downward on the bathroom floor and lay there, silent and motionless until dawn. Strange that no one had to go to the bathroom that night. Strange, too, that this incident was never referred to in the years that followed. There were no apologies, no explanations. It was as if it had never even happened. Dang. Man, that was raw. That was too real. Wow. That was really, really real. Well, you know what? We're now at the end of chapter 8. I think did it take me 2 sessions? Yeah, it took me 2 sessions, I guess, to get all the way through chapter 7. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start back up on chapter 8. But I'm telling you, this is a good book. Maybe I don't have to tell you. If you've been listening and you've been paying attention, you already know. This is a good book. This is some real talk up in here about what really goes on in some of our homes, many of our homes, that doesn't always get told on TV. And if it does, it gets told in some kind of stereotypical fashion. But these kind of conflicts like this, and the words that she was using, and the phraseology that her mama was using, all that's real familiar. Like, I brought you into this world, and I'll take you out, and go get my gun. I couldn't believe she went to go get the gun. Jamming crickets. Okay, well, it makes my life look like a bed of roses over here. I did deal with some abusive behavior, but it was more like, you know, death by 1,000 cuts than it was being threatened at gunpoint, for the most part, at least anyway. So at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and leave off there. This is Doc Ock signing out. I see we got some guests over here. I see Brother Solomon out there. What's going on, Solomon? Soulman. And we're going to go ahead and get ready for our next presentation, which will be coming up this evening when we finish the book, The Day They Stole the Letter J. Now, this might not seem like a scary story until you realize that the name of the child this book is about is Jelani. And when the letter J disappeared, since it was the first letter in Jelani's name, Jelani disappeared right along with the letter. So it's a little bit scarier than you might think. How would you feel if one day the first letter in your name disappeared and you disappeared along with it? How would you feel? Would that be scary? Well, think about it now. We'll be black tonight. In the meanwhile, make sure to do the needful. Go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel. We are here. We try to be here every day. We try real hard to be here on time. But, you know, if not right on time, we try to be between noon and 12:30. Okay? But we are building a curriculum over here, a African-centered curriculum, a black-centered curriculum. So step on into our black hole, and we'll treat you real nice instead of treating you like a mole or a big old troll. Meanwhile, peace out without a doubt, with plenty of justice, because anything less disgusts us. And here we go, on to the extra.